So the holidays, of course, are a time about spending time with the ones you love and eating good food, of course, obviously, which is why our next guest is perfect. He ticks both of those boxes.
He sure does. Joining us this morning for the first time on Everyday Kentucky is celebrity chef Lord Honey, Jason Smith. We're happy to have you here, buddy.
Well, Lord, honey, how is everybody? Listen, I'm so tickled to be here this morning.
Well, we're tickled to have you with us, and you're making chocolate. We were just talking about how much we love it. That's perfect.
Well, I hear you say that you like chocolate-covered grapes, and you know this fudge that I'm going to show you, you can mix in the grapes to the fudge and then let it sit up, and you can cut it out in squares and eat it that way, too. I've done it, so this would be easy for you to do.
Well, you know, easy is all I can do, Jason, so thank God for that.
That's true. That's true. But I know you could do this one. You know, the holidays are all about those must-haves, and my favorite for the holiday is always fudge. And the recipe that I do is so super easy, and you can change it up to different flavors, and that way you can just make big batches and give it out to your neighbors or your friends. But it's super easy. It's super fun to make. And as I say, honey, it's exciting to eat is what it is.
Well, that's my favorite part always.
Well, I want to see you whip this up. Let's see some of this magic.
So, all right, Jimmy, I can see your mouth is watering, even from my kitchen. So all you need for this is one package of like chocolate chips or white chocolate chips or any flavored chips that you want. One can of frosting, just cake frosting, store-bought. You can use vanilla, you can use chocolate, you can use cream cheese, any kind of frosting. And one can of marshmallow cream. You know, that's what really makes fudge that nice texture is the marshmallow cream. It doesn't let it be crystallized like most of the old-fashioned fudges are. And then you just need a little bit of vanilla, and you just put all of this in the same pot, honey. I'm telling you, Andrew, you can do this, sugar. You can do this.
I'm nervous. So is it the marshmallow that makes it kind of melt in your mouth? Because that's the best kind of fudge when it melts like that, you know?
Yeah. So the marshmallow cream just lets it melt in your mouth, and it'll taste like that old-time fudge that we remember our grannies making or our moms or our aunts. And, you know, fudge is one of those things years ago people had to stand and stir it for, 30, 40 minutes just to get it to even melt. And then you had to boil it to a certain temperature. Honey, not with this one. This one, you just melt it down and you pour it in the pan. And I made several today for y'all to see. I have peppermint. I have just Christmas sprinkles s'mores fudge. You just put marshmallows and graham crackers in it. But the one we're making is a toasted coconut and pecan fudge.
Did you ship some to us?
Did I what?
Did you ship some to us, too?
It's stuck in some ship somewhere out on the ocean, I bet.
It's in the ocean. That's what happened.
It's stuck in the ocean, but I'll ship y'all some. And I'll tell you what, you're just going to fall in love with it. As I say, honey, when you eat this, you'll want to be in a room by yourself because you're going to be moaning and groaning, honey.
Now, you talked about, this is, you think back to some of the grandma's old recipes. That's where you got your inspiration, was learning through family, through the years to be where you are. Because you're self-taught, and you're quite the success. I mean, you're all over the place.
Well, thank you. Yes, I was taught by my grandmother and my moms and my aunts, or my mom and my aunts. And, it's one of those things that, joy is what you see in people's eyes when they eat food. And I could always see that when my family would cook, and that's why I wanted to cook so bad. So that's where I got my start. And yes, honey, I got my degree in cheffery, as we call it, the hard way, honey. I had to learn by doing. So a lot of people get to go to school, but I just done mine by learning, just do it. Feel your way through the cookbook, as I say, honey. And if it ain't no good, you just throw it out to the chickens and start over. So
they'll eat anything.
Honey, they'll eat anything. And see, once you get it cooked, once you get it all melted, it's just super luscious and silky smooth. And you just pour it into like a 9x13 pan, and then you just level it out. As I say, shake the love into it, honey. Shake the love into it. And then you just sprinkle, like I'm putting on toasted coconut and pecans. You know, now you all know that a pecan is a nut, right? That, you know, in the South we call them pecans. You know, most people want to call it a pecan, but now a pecan is the thing you put under your bed to pee in at nighttime. That's not a nut, so.
I will never not think of that now.
Thank you for that. We need that.
That's right,
Oh, my
honey.
goodness.
That's right. That's exactly. So then you just mash down your coconut pecans on the top, and then you just pop it into the refrigerator or leave it on the counter to set up, and then you cut it out in squares, and you end up with wonderful fudges. Like I said, the s'mores fudge is really fun. Peppermint fudge is a big thing this time of year because everybody loves peppermint bark. But you can do this in any flavors, and you see how simple and easy and quick it is. And you can find this recipe on the website and the new shirt line that we have. Of course, we've had our shirt line for a long time, but I have the new Christmas line out. This is one of them that I have on today. So I think you all need to get you a shirt, get this recipe, and then do it on the television. Let's see how good that you all can do
Oh,
this.
honey,
I'm pretty
I don't know
sure
about
you
that.
all can do this.
Now, what's that website one more time?
So my website is southerncountryBling.com. You know, southerncountryBling.com. And you can find everything you need on there, from this great recipe to all the other great recipes, the apparel line. Honey, you can find anything on there.
I love it. Well, we love you, and we've loved having you on the show. You're going to have to come back.
In person.
Oh, honey, in person. I'll come back in person. I sure will. Honey, I'll have Santa Claus just fly me right up there. We'll just come in and just cook, honey. We'll cook all day.
We don't care how you get here as long as you come see us in person.
That's right.
Y'all could come to me and we could just cook too.
That sounds good. I like that idea, too.
I like that more.
Merry Christmas, my love.
Merry Christmas, y'all.